Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ask an Assistant, the podcast for executive assistants and the people that love us. I'm your host, Jess Lindgren. Let's get to work. Quickly up top, it is still back to school season here in August 2025. I am running a supply drive for Syracuse City Schools. If you have the time, effort, resources, interest, I would so appreciate it if you checked out the wish list that I have going at jesslindgren.com/school. That's Jess Lindgren, JESSLINDGREN.com/school. Links and other details are always in the show notes. Every pack of pencils makes a difference, and your support is so appreciated. Thank you. Moving right along, this week's question comes from an esteemed colleague who asked to remain anonymous. They wrote in via askanassistant.com with the following question. Jess, I am feeling disrespected at work. I am the office manager and I sit at the front desk. Coworkers don't say hi to me when they walk in. They go directly to my supervisor, whose calendar I manage to schedule meetings, and call me just an office manager where I can hear them. Plus, they absolutely trash the kitchen and their desk areas. I am ready to tear my hair out, quit, and set the place on fire when I leave. Help. First things first, my friend, I am so sorry to hear that you're being treated this way at work. But, let's also talk you down from pulling a Milton at the office. You are doing a great job, and the office is a better place because you're in it. You clearly care about your role, your office, and your colleagues, and it is such a drag when other people don't feel the same way. This, however, is a very big problem with 4 distinct pieces, which I am going to break down into 4 distinct episodes. Today is episode 1 of 4, and we're going to tackle the colleagues not saying hi piece today. I have personally been the ignored front desk person, and it sucks. And there's no getting around that. It just sucks. Like, people have no choice but to walk past you when you're sitting right inside of the front door. Say hi when you walk in. It's basic respect. It's basic common courtesy, and it just sucks when people don't do it. However, like so many behaviors in life, you have to train it into people. You have to both set and be the example. You also have to give positive reinforcement when people behave the way that you want them to. Exhausting, to be sure. Something we all thought we left behind in high school. Absolutely. And it is frustrating beyond measure that it's something that we still deal with when we are grown-ups in the workplace. I would like to invite you to get into the practice of genuinely and warmly greeting everyone who walks past your desk. And I call it a practice because it is. It's something that you have to do consistently. It's something that you have to do in the same way. It's like when my husband and I adopted our first cat, and he's a big softie, and I'm not a hard ass, to specifically, but like I'm definitely less of a softie than he is. He has softened me up over the years. I've maybe firmed him up a little bit over the years, but when we got our first cat, and I was like, hey, when the cat does something that we don't want her to do, we have to be consistent in our discipline, which means squirting her with a little squirt gun whenever she jumps up on the kitchen table, which is the one place we don't want her to be. It's a practice. Same with the cats, same with the coworkers. I really need you to get into the practice of genuinely and warmly greeting everyone who walks past your desk. Stop what you're doing whenever you can, or at the very least, look up from your work. Ask how their weekend was and really listen. Take notes if you want to. Michael Scott in the office has a wonderfully detailed Rolodex, and there is nothing stopping you from doing the same. You can commiserate about the weather. You can ask what they're ordering for lunch today. Tell them that you want to see another 500 pictures of their adorable puppy. Basically, you need to do whatever it takes to find common ground and build rapport. When folks reciprocate, tell them later and often how you're always happy to see them around the office. An active Slack or Teams channel for non-work related camaraderie can help, and a well-stocked candy bowl at your desk filled with individually wrapped pieces, thank you very much, goes a long way too. This is a tough spot, being the first point of contact for anyone who comes into your office, and it truly is not for everyone. It has never been my favorite thing. It's a very special skill to be the receptionist, the face of the company, whatever the role might be that has you. Unfortunately, sometimes office managers, executive assistants, even though our work is very different than reception, sometimes we do find ourselves also sitting at the front desk. It is not a spot that's for everyone. It's not a spot for me. I can do it. I can turn it on, but I am emotionally, physically exhausted at the end of days where I need to be on all day, every day, and doing this kind of work, having this kind of practice. It's not for everyone. In an ideal world, it's not for me, especially in a high traffic situation where you've got a lot of people coming and going. The last time I had to do this, I had an office of like 70 people, and it was during a very high growth season for the company. So we had a ton of people interviewing. As the office manager, I was also in charge of doing onboarding for people, both remote and in person. So on any given week, I might have half a dozen folks remotely onboarding, and I might have 5 to 10 people coming into the office to do onboarding, plus the revolving door of vendors like office management in terms of stocking and ordering supplies and maintaining office landscaping. Like, it's a lot, and not for everyone, not for me. I can do it in a lower volume situation. I am definitely a person, like, I enjoy and can handle the occasional interruption in an office, but the frequent interruption that comes with being at the front desk is a lot. And some people might really enjoy sitting at their desk, never being bothered. That is less than ideal for companies, in my opinion. If you are not interested in or capable of being the first point of contact for your colleagues and anyone that might visit, you need to negotiate a place for yourself with an office door at the back of the room, or at the very least, you have to get a dedicated receptionist who is so stoked on any given day to be the face of the office, and your desk can be near or behind theirs. From here, you can look for further installments related to this giant question. In coming episodes, I'm going to talk about people trying to go directly to my executive instead of coordinating with me, maintaining common areas in offices, and the importance of being careful with the word just, especially when it's being used in conjunction with someone's job title. I find that so deeply disrespectful and honestly unacceptable. And that's all for this week. I hope you're all feeling happy, healthy, and hydrated, or the most of the three that you can. And if you want to support the show, I'm on Patreon and Substack. Links are in the show notes. As always, please, please, please leave your comments, questions, thoughts, and concerns for me at askanassistant.com. And until next week, take care.